Do you have a CPAP machine? Do you not quite know what to do with it when you travel? Are you tempted to leave it at home and get terrible sleep while you're on your trip? Well, there's no need to do that. Hey y'all, I'm Ashley from All Bodies Travel, and I'm a longtime plus size traveler and a travel advisor. And I'm here to talk to you about how to travel with your CPAP machine. CPAP, not fun to have to take with you, but essential. When you're flying, you can actually treat your CPAP bag as an extra personal item. This is considered a medical device, so you don't actually have to count it toward your bag limit that you can take on the plane. It's a free bag. And so what I always do is I'll pack my tubing in the top. So my tubing will come up here, my machine in the tank here, and then my cord goes down here in the very bottom. But there's always extra space there. And so I always add in all my medications that I need to take on a daily basis. That way I know, because I'm going to have this bag with me and on me at all times, I know that my medications are with me and on me at all times. The only time I let this go is when I get on the cruise ship, and when I have the key on Royal Caribbean, I'm able to pass this off to an attendant or someone who takes the bags to your room before the room is ready. So that's the only time I let go of this. Otherwise, it's always with me, and I love having it with me. It gives me the extra space so I don't have to take up the space in another bag with all the bottles, because I travel with my prescription meds in the original bottles. And then also there's the extra pocket on the front. If I want to slide anything in here, it's easy enough to do. For example, I have my Virgin Voyages card in here from the last time I went on Virgin. So I can slip my passport in here, so it's really handy, or I don't know, luggage tags or whatever I need to have at hand. Now, when you're flying overnight, a red-eye flight or a long-haul flight where you know you're going to be sleeping, it is possible to use your CPAP machine on the plane. I haven't done this personally, but my husband has, and all you do is put your machine into airplane mode. You have to do that anyway when you're flying with it, and it's going to be on. So just drop it into airplane mode, and that will also turn off the humidifier, so it won't take up as much energy when you have to plug it into the seat plug. And oh, Tuck is saying hello. Hello, Tuck. Now, what about at hotels? What about getting the distilled water that you need? Well, it depends on how long you're staying. If you're staying for an extended period at a certain place, then go grab a bottle of or a jug of distilled water from the grocery store. There's going to be a grocery store near you or a pharmacy or something where you can get distilled water. That's not a problem. If you're only staying for 1 or 2 nights, you can get away with using bottled water. Just purified, not mineral water. Just use Dasani or Aquafina, something like that. That's easy. In the past, I've gone downstairs to the little convenience store they have in the hotel, and I just get a bottle of water there. Or I get one, if I'm on a road trip, I'll get one at a gas station before I get to my destination. And that works perfectly fine. If you're going on a cruise, the process varies from cruise line to cruise line. On Carnival, you call ahead and order a bottle of water. You do have to pay for it. It's under $5, I believe, the last time that I sailed, which was in 2021. And it'll be in your stateroom waiting for you. You can also ask for an extension cord at the same time, because you're not supposed to take your own extension cords on board. Royal Caribbean will actually provide distilled water to you along with an extension cord. You may have to ask your room steward for it, but you can book it ahead. I did that with my upcoming cruise. I called in and asked for distilled water and an extension cord to be included in my stateroom so that when I get there, I don't have to worry about it. When my husband and I were on the Jewel of the Seas in, I believe it was March of 2022, we didn't have the water or the extension cord when we first got in our room. So we had to ask our room steward for it. And then it took forever for it to get there. Like, we were back from dinner and I was ready to pass out in bed and we still didn't have it. So we had to call guest services and they eventually brought us this big giant orange extension cord and a bottle of distilled water. So be persistent. If you know that the cruise line will provide it for you, make sure they actually provide it for you. This is a need that you have. Don't let needing to ask multiple times stop you from getting what you need for medical purposes. Now, Virgin Voyages also provides distilled water. You don't need an extension cord on Virgin because they have plugs on either side of the bed, so that makes it really easy. They do provide the distilled water for you. It'll come in their usual glass or plastic carafes, and it'll be marked distilled. And again, this is something you can order ahead of time or talk to your room steward about and get it delivered to your room on a daily basis. Well, that covers everything that I can think of, but if you have any other questions about traveling with a CPAP that I may be able to answer, drop them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. While you're down there, leave me a thumbs up if this video is informational or helpful to you at all. That really helps me know that my videos are helping you, my audience, out. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.